And good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Still a scorcher here in Texas, unfortunately, and still humid as hell as well, which has been unfortunate. You know, we primarily moved here for the weather, but man, has it been rough. Really rough, especially rough on the puppies out in their kennels at the shelter as well. Kind of hot for them as well. Well, we did our pictures today. And of course, today's Puppy Day, as every Sunday is. And it was kind of an interesting day. We had a few younger puppies, and for the most part, though, everybody was kind of shy today. I don't know, just kind of luck of the draw, or something kind of had them shook up. But had a lot of shy ones today. Had the sun playing peekaboo a lot today. So, and I've also been under the weather for the past few days, so it made it for an interesting day. But either way, these wonderful animals need homes, and it is our job to get them some good pictures to help that happen. So that's why we're here today. Thank you for joining us. We do have Jackson here with us today. You see down there in the picture below us. Me a little bit off frame. I do and am going to mount that camera properly sooner rather than later. I know I've been promising it for a while, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just taken me a bit of time. So anyway, we're just going to kind of get to it. We're here in Lightroom now. We photographed, I think, 10 dogs today. A couple younger puppies. A few that were kind of shy. Some like this guy here. He didn't even want to get up. Like even getting him sitting was a challenge. Again, with the sun playing peekaboo, had to play around with the shutter speed a bit so we didn't get blowout, so I wasn't too worried about it. I know we could adjust most of it here, but I didn't want, especially with the white dogs, you can see I kind of started shooting. It's like, wow, those are coming out bright. Cranked up the shutter speed. We'll adjust that here in a few. And if you have questions, while we're going, whether it's related to animals, shelter animals, volunteering, photography, equipment, gear, I will try to help you in any way I can. If you're watching this after the fact in a VOD or on YouTube or something, drop by and catch us live. You can always ask us questions. We will try to answer whatever we can. So we're going to go and do what we always do and start off by stacking these guys into groups. It just makes them easier to navigate in Lightroom. So we are going to do that. And I'm still capturing Lightroom and Photoshop in the non-GPU accelerated mode, which means for the not so tech savvy that it has a tendency to have some lag spikes in the stream. I don't know. There's not a good answer for capturing Lightroom and Photoshop, because if you do capture it with GPU on the previews, it performs better, but you can't capture it by window just because of the way it renders. So it's kind of a catch-22. So we're still doing this way. We did this way last week as well. And like I said, it worked out all right. There was a couple laggy spots I wasn't too keen about, and it's mostly when we got over to Photoshop. But we'll see what happens when we get over there. And stack this group up. There's 3 and 4. A lot of distractions today too. It's kind of a good thing, because the distractions were other volunteers walking other dogs, and that's a great thing. It makes taking photographs kind of hard because of the limited amount of room that we have there. But overall, it's a good thing for the dogs to get out and be able to exercise a bit, get some of that frustration out. But hopefully it won't take too awful long today. Like I said, I've been a little bit under the weather this past week. The sinuses and allergies and stuff going nuts here past couple months. And it's really starting to wear on me. It's got me kind of worn out, but like I said, either way, we have to the puppies have to have their pictures. They just have to. And did I get that right? Well, did not left click. Stop. Thank you. Alright. that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could have swore we got 10. Check my sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we did only get 9. Okay. Oh, that's right, because the one, Mimi, she was a stray, and she was not interested in people touching her. So, we didn't get her pictures. We are still running the Save Them All fundraiser. And that goes for a great cause. If you want to help animals, you don't have the time necessarily to donate locally or volunteer locally. You can help with that fundraiser. It's Best Friends. And there's so many Best Friends. We have like 3 around here, so bear with me a second. I'll get you the information on that again. Best Friends Animal Society. They are out of, I think it's Utah is where their home base is, but they support everybody nationally. Lots of advocacy and low-cost shelters or low-cost medical, like for spay and neuters and things of that nature. So it's a great cause. If that's something you'd be interested in getting involved in, highly recommend it. So we're going to start out with Calic. Interesting name. Calic. And most of these are random names the shelters come up with if they don't have the animal's name. I think even sometimes they change them even if they know the dog's name. I'm not completely sure why, but they do. Holy cow. Crank that brightness up, didn't it? And we don't really care so much about the white balance on these. Not that big of a deal. They're just kennel cards for the volunteers to use. So there's our kennel card. So we want 3 shots out of this. A face shot, a body shot, some kind of personality shot. I took quite a few of Calic here because, like I was saying, these first few were so blown out, I didn't even know if they'd really be usable. Look at that half and half colored eye. It was very strange looking. Super cool. Super nice dog. Really sweet. She was a little bit shy of the camera. Let's see. I kind of shot both ways because, again, I wasn't for sure. Yeah, it's all blown out right there. And I figured that would be the case. So let's see what we can get over here. Once you get them to look at the camera once or twice, most animals are done with it. They're not interested in that flash anymore. It's just scary for them, which is understandable. Oh, let's start here. I know these are a little dark. We're going to auto them out. Excuse me, and then we'll go from there and see what we get. But you know, as I always say when you're photographing animals, it's just like photographing toddlers. You just got to kind of set things up the way you want, and then sit and wait. Sit on the shutter button until you get what you're looking for, or hopefully get what you're looking for. Wow, that did terrible there. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a matter, like I said, of waiting to find out how the dog is going to behave. Wow, this thing is going to be terrible no matter which way I slice it. Just turn that up. My highlights are already pretty much down. My whites are not going to change too much of that. Overall, it's not optimal. I don't know if we really get away with that. The yellows, there's some oranges in there as well. Just thinking I can just brighten the dog up a bit. Which we can, but I don't really like adjusting the colors too damn much. Because whatever we do to this one, we're going to have to do to the rest of them just so they look consistent. It's nice and sharp though. And we'll go into Photoshop and get rid of those leashes and stuff later. Not the biggest fan of that, but like we said before, you know, these aren't print. They're all low-res stuff. And, I mean, we always try to get great shots of the animals, but you're at the mercy of the animal, especially in a non-studio environment. So you got distractions and sounds and noises and other dogs barking, and it can be really chaotic for them. So we get the best we can with the situation and move on. Face shot. I tell you what I'm also gonna do. I need to put those lens corrections on there. And as always with these, we use the Tamron 70-200 f2.8 G2, and a super nice lens. Love that lens. And we're gonna go ahead and copy that. All those settings over. Develop settings, right? Oh, so many things here. I'm gonna copy over white balance. We're gonna go ahead and copy the rest of this as well, because I'm just not sure how that's gonna work. Because we played around with it a bit. I'm still not the biggest fan of that, but like I said, for what we're doing, I think it's going to be just fine. I found a somewhat decent body shot here. Nothing really knocking my socks off here. Super sharp one there. Can see the tail. Don't really care for her posture there. It's a little submissive. Doesn't look very confident. I like that posture better, but it's shot a little high. You can't really see all of her body. And that one's not bad either. I am going to paste this on here to see what we get, because if nothing else, we might use this for our last shot. It's not bad. Very crooked. It's more the angle that the picture was taken at. Also not a fan of the fact that these have to be a 1:1 aspect ratio, but if you've been around here before, you're aware of that complaint from me. I guess it's probably about as straight as it's going to get. I don't know. Yeah, not the hugest fan of that. Just got that. That was not too bad. It's a touch soft. She has that really submissive posture going on, which I don't really care for too much. I can run with that. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of how the... Oh, great, sounds like we got a train. So we got a train going. I think the wife's got laundry going as well, so actually I need to turn the fan on in here. It's starting to get a little bit toasty. Mark these use. Oh, I do want to go back and recopy those settings without the tone and the color, so that I can use these on the next ones. Actually, I have a color picture on this one. Somebody must have got in trouble for that, because I know the shelter director doesn't like it to print in color because of the cost of color cartridges. Panda. Adorable puppy. No flash. Eyes closed. That one will be useless. It's a little soft. May have to use it though. And we can always sharpen it up a little bit in Photoshop if we feel we want to or need to. Yeah, that's not too bad. Body shot. It's not too bad. I like that one better. If we can manage to get that in a 1x1. Probably not. The way my luck goes. No, it didn't do too bad. Compositionally, it's going to be a wreck, but that's what we have to work with, so that's what we're going to use. Body shot. Some kind of personality shot. It's a cute shot, it's no flash. Eyes closed. So that one's useless. Badger78, how are you doing? Sorry if I missed you there by a minute or so. I was kind of into thought about these pictures. How are you today? And yeah, we had a lot of adorable ones today. Super cute ones. Sun wasn't on our side today. Unfortunately, it hasn't been for the past couple weeks. We seem to go through those kind of stints where I think they're about 2 months ago, it rained every Sunday because we'd go on Sundays. It rained every Sunday for like 3 months. We were always taking pictures in the rain. It was definitely a tough time getting good pictures. Trying to find, I guess, I don't really like that. Trying to find some kind of personality shot or something of that nature. Let's see what we get out of this one. Try to get something interesting out of it anyway. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, I think that'll work. So that was Panda. Didn't auto that though. Probably should have. And this is Sally. Did not want to stand up. This is one of those super shy dogs that mostly just wanted to lay down. It was either move at 100 miles an hour or lay down. And that's kind of all we had to work with. But that's just insecurity, typically. Big scary place and big scary people. Did get him to look at the camera and those beautiful blue eyes. That was an in passing because, well, it's about 200th of a second, but it looks like they were in the middle of spinning their head on that one. Well, that's even, actually that one's so bad I'm not even gonna keep it. Same deal there. And sometimes you just gotta try to catch them, you know. When they're doing something unexpected or try to catch a mid-head turn. I think we're gonna try this one. Yeah, I knew that would try to pull that off. That's not too bad. Okay, headshot. Need a body shot in here. Don't think she was that old either. 2 years old, so I thought she was a bit younger than that. Looks like we get a sitting body shot. She didn't want to do it any other way. Tried this one. Had a thankful for all you do to help these dogs. Well, I thank you for being here and supporting me doing it and advocating for the puppies. We've been doing it now for about a couple years and we love it. We just love helping the puppies. And there's cats and things there too. We just don't typically photograph the cats. There's another photographer that does it generally. And my wife's allergic. So that makes it tough as well. Yeah, we really like helping them out. Get them better pictures out there. I haven't done really any studio work lately with the animals. That might change though in the near future. I released my studio downtown And I haven't got my one back at the house set up just yet. And it's not very conducive to doing it at the shelter for limited space. So I haven't really been doing the studio stuff with the animals. But we're going to get back into doing that. I really like that picture. Let's see what that looks like in a 1x1. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I was, actually I was gonna do this. I've been wanting to do it all week, and I just haven't. I don't know if you caught earlier. I haven't been feeling that great this week. Been a little under the weather. On the allergies and stuff going around, and head stuffed up, but I've been aiming to do a digital oil painting or 2 or 3 of some of the animals and stream it. It's a really fun process if you're into anything like that. Only thing it really requires, I said it requires Photoshop. It doesn't really require that. You can probably use just about any software for it. If it's something you might enjoy. I enjoy it though. It's a lot like painting without the mess. Oil painting without the mess, should I say. We may try to do that this coming week. Okay, got those 3 of Sally. And we have Carrie. She was really sweet too. Smaller dog. She had just had pups not that long ago, I believe. Great body shot there. Need that face shot though. Shedding that sun, just playing peekaboo. Like here it was out, and then it went in the clouds. Here it was coming out again. It was just being a pain in the butt. That's a touch soft. That one's not though. That'll work. Use that for my headshot. Yeah, they've been pretty. Shelter's pretty full right now as well. The summer months are never that great anyway. But thankfully summer's almost over. It seems like it slows down a bit. Not so many animals being born and dumped and everything else. But there's still a lot of them up there. More than there should be for sure. There's our headshot. What was that one body shot we had? It was really nice. I think it was this one. Goodness, still a little choked up from the whole allergy thing going on. I wish I could adopt them all. Yeah. And that's tough. It really is tough because you see some of them dogs, or you interact with some of them, and you can just tell how frightened they are and how sweet they are, and you just want to take them home, help them out, get them on their way. And that's kind of what fostering is about. We did foster. The last dog we fostered is sitting on the floor there behind me. We fostered him for about a month, and then foster failed. We adopted him. Love him to death. Yeah, fosters are a great way to help as well, if you ever have the extra room to do it. We have 3 dogs right now, so I don't have the room. But sooner or later, it's cute. A little tongue out. Alright, well. Let's see if we can get this one. Yeah, see, it looked a little bit close, but. And some of them just need interaction. Pretty much. Whether that's being walked or talked to or anything of the nature. Because they get in those pens and don't get a lot of interaction, which gives them a lot of built up energy. And then when somebody does finally come and see them, they act all crazy. I'm like, wow, that dog's too much. So it's tough sometimes to just to leave them sit there knowing how that's going to go down. I think I might do something with this one. Yeah, it's been very rewarding helping the animals. We've always been animal people. But this particular shelter we've only been volunteering at, it's well, it's been almost 2 years now. Every Sunday. And I like to think we've made a difference. And I'm quite certain we have. But everybody can. There are lots of ways to do it. It's taking in a bag of dog food, or throwing a little cash their way, or offering your time, or dog walking, or cat walk. You know, not necessarily walk the cats, but you can interact with cats if cats is your thing, because they need that social interaction as well. So many ways to help. No flash on that one. That one did though. Yeah, ever since we adopted Jax, my wife's tried to get me to adopt like 2 other Great Danes. I'm like, where in the heck are we gonna put them? And not just that, they're pretty expensive dogs to feed. They eat quite a bit. It's about like having a kid, almost. Not quite, but almost. Try this one. What the heck is she doing? Somebody's trying to go through the wall. Not sure. Maybe she's seen a spider. That's all right. She was 2 years old as well. She was really sweet, pretty calm. Not too bad at all. Had a thing for the squeaker apparently, because I actually got her to look at me. It's probably the best body shot. I don't like she's not really looking at me, but I guess there is these. Let's see if we can get here. Not bad, a little soft on the eyes, but you'll never know it in the end. So there's two. There's a headshot and a body shot. That one's kind of cute just because she's got her ears down. Tongue out. Kind of looks like the face shot, so I really don't want to use that twice. I'll try this one. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of rendering lag because of this, so apologize for the drop frames. Again, that's the way I'm rendering, capturing Lightroom and Photoshop. I need to put it back on GPU acceleration. So it stops doing that, but that's kind of the way it captures is kind of goofy as well, so. That'll do it for Bessie. And what just happened here? Did we do Carrie already? Yep. Clicking ahead of myself. Okay. And this will be Juliet. And you know, I've never had to try to rotate a photograph in Lightroom. But we're gonna have to do that. Let's see. Photos. Left counterclockwise. That was easy enough. Alright. It's another one of those I only want to lay down puppies. What a great picture though. And did we even get a face shot? I think she was really shy of that camera. Probably the only one we got, and it looks like it's a little bit soft. Yep, it looks like that might be the... Well, we got this one. Try that. And that'll work. Body shot. I think there's only one of two we got standing. And that was a trick in itself. Looks like we actually hit the focus on it though, because she was constantly moving around. We're not going to get a 1x1 on that though, and it looked very good. Might just have to do a sitting shot. No choice. I like that shot. We'll probably use that one for a personality shot, but we still need a body shot. Do have that one, but can't see her tail. Try this. The black tongue, was she part chow? It's hard telling with some of these dogs. There's a lot of breeds that can have black spots on their tongue. Probably doesn't say, it just says coonhound mix. Yeah, a lot of times they don't even know unless they run blood work on them, and it's typically not very cost effective to do that. So it's hard telling. Could be. Could be. That one ended up a little bit bright. I like that. Very cute. Okay, there's our 3 for Juliet, and then we had Jacob. He did not like his leash at all. I'm surprised we got any pictures of him, because all he wanted to do was run circles and try to bite his leash in half. That's the only thing he was interested in. And he did not like that leash one bit. It was cute though. That look on his face. Some of those we didn't get a flash on, unfortunately. Try this one. I think this was brother sister Juliet and this guy here. They were in the same kennel together. Did they actually bob it? No. I was gonna say, did they bob his tail? I didn't think they did. Sounds a cute shot. Didn't get a flash on that one. That one's not bad. The angle's a little funny. This one has a lot of healer showing through. Little much on the contrast. So headshot, body shot. I don't know if we get much of a personality shot out of him. Again, it was not about that leash. One bit. Could do something like that. That'd be kind of cute. Red Eye, what's going on? I'm out with a wife right now. I just want to pop in really fast. Well, I appreciate that. And we didn't get transcoding today, so you're kind of stuck at 1080 as well. So I understand. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and thank you for stopping in. I appreciate that. We are, maybe about halfway through the pictures at this point. Been a little under the weather. I had actually planned on doing some off streams this week, and I just haven't felt real good, so I'm better now, but still not all there. I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Let's see, today's Sunday, so we stream tomorrow at noon. We stream Tuesday at noon. Probably this week though, I want to do some. I really want to do some digital oil paints of the dogs. I think that would be fun. They're fun to do, and I think they'd be cool for people to see as well. All right, Red Eye, I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by again. No flash, eyes closed. A face shot, not the greatest one. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Tongue out. Dang, man, that's an alright body shot though too. Actually, it's about the only body shot we have, honestly. Full on side view anyway. But we don't really have another face shot. I mean, we got this, but we had no flash in it at all. I don't know, let me see if I can get it to work out. Even though the flash didn't go off on this. Yuck. Not want to rate that at 4. That's not what I intended to do. That's what I get for using an MMO mouse. I do not like anything about that picture. I mean, of course the dog, but I mean photograph wise, not feeling that one. Man, really don't have a ton of it. Man, that's such a bad picture though. I'm really jacked with it in Photoshop, but I don't generally like to take a ton of time on these because the end result, they're so low res and so small. The way they're used, nobody ever notices anyway. It just kind of drives me nuts, you know? That blue, the yellow all over the place, and the green. I don't know. We'll hang on to it for the moment because I don't think, again, we have much of a choice. I'm going to try this, though. Kind of see what this ends up looking like. Not too bad. Man, I do not like that. The lighting is just entirely too flat. And that's not bad. That one's not good. That's alright. I'm just not a fan of that face shot, but we don't have another looking straight at us shot, unfortunately. And like I've often said, you only get one or two shots with most of these dogs, and they will not look at that camera again without you being there for some time. It'd probably be different if I would use a constant light, like a video light or something. But we do so much moving around there that it's difficult to do something like that. Not only that, but then you'd have to use the stand, and then you gotta worry about them getting wrapped up on that and hurting themselves or somebody else. They're all so cute. Wish I could have them all. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and this is, like I said, this is 9 of them that we photographed, and right now I think there's 200 and, well, between cats and dogs, 240 animals at this shelter. Too many. Way too many. Starbride. She was super cute. Her hair was a mess. She needed a bath in a bad way. She was very adorable. It's kind of a border collie mix of some kind. Let's see what it says here. At least I got border collie right. Don't know what else it's mixed with, but kind of hard to say. But she was super cute, really sweet. Kind of fight the shutter speed because the lighting condition changes. That was about 400ths of a second here. Like, it started out okay, and then it dipped down a bit, and then it kind of came back up. So that one's really soft. That one's nice and sharp though. Yeah, you can see all the people like here in the background. There's things going on everywhere that make it difficult, challenging, should I say, to photograph them. Because all they're really interested in is what's going on around them. Which I can understand. What a doll. She was so sweet. You can tell from her, she just had puppies as well. Spay or neuter your animals. Please. Please. We have too many as it is. I don't know why he likes sleeping with his feet up on the couch, but that's kind of his thing. What are you doing? Right there on my couch, turd. Love to see kitty cat photos as well, but I understand why you can't. Yeah, and we do. I mean, we have some. I'm happy to show you here once we get done with the puppies. I'll show you some of the kitties, but we don't do too many cats. Again, because my wife, she's allergic to them, and her allergies get pretty crazy, and so she just hasn't braved that yet. Now, I have done it once by myself, but that's very difficult. For most cats, not all of them, most of them. It'd be quite challenging to get them to... Oh, I don't like that at all. Quite challenging to get them to not freak out on you. Why does that look so yellow? Wow, it's dropping so many frames this way. I have well, no, I can't do it that way. I'll just have to change the way that I capture it next time. So again, sorry about all the drop frames and the lag, the skipping. Again, it's because of how I'm capturing Lightroom and Photoshop. Lighten those eyes in post, I guess. So headshot, body shot. Personality. I'm not really seeing anything that stands out. Do something with this one. Not really. Shot a little too high. What are you wanting, buddy? Don't knock my tea off. Yeah, it's almost time to eat, huh? It's almost time to eat, huh? Yeah. You hungry? Is you hungry? You're always hungry. Excuse you. You totally goofed that up for me. Look how bad you made that puppy look. Look how bad you made that puppy look. Go ahead, you goober. Stop. Stop it. Yeah, He's our big baby. He thinks he's the size of a chihuahua. He'll climb right up in your lap if you let him. You went out there, and the mom getting ready to let you guys out. I did not. Why do I feel like? I feel like I didn't get everybody. We'll go back through just a second and make sure that we've gotten everybody. Sorry, my phone went off. Let me let him out of here real quick. I was looking at some more cameras today too. Getting ready to go to, I say getting ready to in a few months. Excuse me. Going down to Mexico for a week. And, I don't know, there's a couple options. Either you're gonna get an underwater housing for my camera, my main camera, or just buy another camera specifically for shooting underwater and things. I don't know. I looked through a lot of them and I wasn't that impressed by any of them, to be honest, and I also wasn't too keen on spending $1,600 on an underwater housing, so I told the wife, I said we might just have to settle on a GoPro and do it that way. Because we don't, at least we haven't really done enough water sports to justify spending a ton of money on water stuff. We did, last year we were going to get our diving license because it was something she wanted to start doing. But we haven't done it yet, so. Alright, well, man, we dropped a lot of frames. I'm going to reset that because we're about to drop a ton more. Because now, I need to edit these over in Photoshop. And that switch over is going to wreck my CPU. Yep, just like I thought it would. Wow, that's so bad. There's just nothing good about this picture other than the dog that's in it. That lighting. Here in the past couple months, we've kind of gotten, I won't say stuck, but we've kind of gotten where we've been mostly almost high noon sun when we take the pictures, and that's why we end up with, that's one of the reasons we end up with lighting like this, is because that sun's just right above us. And that makes it tough as well. And let me do this. Just lightening them up in general right now. Man, that made them awful yellow though. Let's go for the shadows. Maybe that'll pull it up enough. Yeah, that's not bad. Just trying to even the light out a little bit on them. It's so contrasty that it looked really bad. Not gonna win any awards, but there it is. goofy face. That goofy face. And just trying to even out some of this super contrasty light. Yeah, he was pretty chill. He, she, I don't remember now. Not too bad. That one eye that has a color split right in half is really crazy as well. At first I thought that he, she, I don't remember now, had a bad eye. Sometimes when they're blind or something, they'll be really light colored. Come to find out, it's just two different colors. Or split right down the middle. Very crazy. Your screen's kind of black there again. That's part of the way from capturing Lightroom and Photoshop. They don't play very nice with this capture software, so bear with me a moment. Edit in Photoshop. Never seen a dog with a split eye color like that. Yeah, I don't see it very often. It's pretty rare. Or should I say pretty uncommon? Another not so great one. So much contrast. Again, just kind of evening the light out so it's not so contrasty. Oops, missed a few places there. I don't know what breed that is. There's a breed. It's like that a lot. The eye colors. And I was afraid that was going to do that as well. That's going to be too light. One side's too light and the other's too dark. Well, what the heck that is, but it needs to go away. A hole in the concrete. There's just nothing good about this, unfortunately. But we'll make it work. Always do. It's not too bad. And opening up another puppy. Drop a ton more frames right here. Wow, that's just a lot of frames went out the window. I can go to preferences. Is it here? No. Performance. Now, when I turn this on, it's probably going to require a restart to do it. But you'll see the whole center of my screen go blank. Probably next time I load a picture. We'll see. We'll see. That was not quite what I was hoping for. A little soft. Plenty bright enough. Alright, well, let's see what happens this time. Bring over the next picture. I still got it. I think it requires a restart to actually apply it, probably. So we got a lot of drop frames on that one as well. I think that's all right. And one more body shot. Oh. Encoder overload. It's well, one of the puppies is getting upset and wants to eat, apparently. Which technically it's not really time yet. It's just close. some of these. Seems like about every couple hours I get the hiccups for a minute or two. I'm not exactly sure what does that, but it's kind of annoying. Just a little bit. But yeah, this year here, man, it has been so wet. It's so nasty and rainy, and the weeds are going crazy. Allergies are out of this world here right now. In the few years we've been here, I've never seen it like this. Not this bad. Kinda got everybody feeling like crap. Unfortunately. So much rain and hot temps doesn't move to Oklahoma. I'm not that far from Oklahoma. I say not that far, about 6-8 hours south of Oklahoma, down here in central Texas, just outside of Austin. Go through Oklahoma. Well, I used to go through Oklahoma a lot. I don't do it so much anymore when I go up north because, and honestly, the biggest reason for that is because I don't like driving through Dallas. So I go around the other way. Wow, this is just a bad spot in general for this. A small patch of white fur, and there was a leash covering most of it. So now most of the fur looks really bad. Dallas is a nightmare. Yeah, Dallas is a nightmare to drive through. And what I find it's not necessarily that it's really bad, as the roads there are typically really good. The problem is they keep moving the damn roads. They're doing so much road construction through there that there is nothing that will get you through Dallas other than your eyeballs and reading signs. Which, you know, not like everybody should be able to do that anyway, but it makes it that much worse. And on top of that, you get stuck in that traffic. And it just makes for a very bad traveling experience, in my opinion. And some of those overpasses there, holy cow, those things are like 7-8 stories up in the sky. Those can be a little creepy. Don't look at me. Go look at Mom. Go tell Mom about it. Gracie is staring at me through the door like, what the hell? But yeah, I don't really go through Oklahoma anymore when I go up north. Did like the toll road up there though. I don't remember what the name of the highway was now, but That gets you through a lot of it. Oh, I was gonna turn that damn fan on. I forgot. Getting warm. There we go. This was Sally. A lot of frames.
Galaxy in my mind I've made for you. This tragedy comes to life out of the blue, and I don't know why.
Blue eyes.
When I'm searching for these signs of life, in the hopes that they'll lead to you. There's a fantasy in my mind I've made for you. The agony comes to life in waves of blue. And I don't know why, but I'm drifting away from you. Oh, I'm drifting away from
Head in.
inside of me. Don't wanna be your enemy. No, this fantasy. It's guiding me as it takes me away from you, and I'm drifting away from you.
That was easy enough. We have Carrie. This is going to be a very weird edit, I think. I figured as much. I was going to try to fake that, but now that I look at it a little more, I don't think that's the best way to do that. So we're going to try it another way. this isn't doing a whole lot better. Didn't leave really much to work with here. At all. And that just looks bad. I think that'll work. I think that'll do the trick. Alright, I'm gonna step away here for a second and find out what is going on with the puppies. Because they're all kind of standing at the door. So bear with me just a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. It appears my wife had fell asleep on the couch, and that's why we were standing at the door, so I had to let him out. I'm gonna have to go let him back in a minute. I suddenly find myself wanting to adopt another dog. Thanks. Well, hey, if you got the room, I highly suggest it. If you don't, well, then I wouldn't, of course, but there's a lot of great ones out there. Or, you know, like I was saying, fostering is also a great alternative to help dogs and not have to have that full commitment. Pretty tough, though, when you get kind of attached to them. Yeah, we'd have a bunch more as well if we had the room, but we're just out of room right now. That could change in the near future. Kind of had our eye out for a place with a little more property to it. Beautiful. And we have one more. Dump a bunch of frames real quick. This is going to be ugly. Yeah, well, it could have been worse. Just making that worse. Just typically the idea is just to fake most of this anyway. And I'll never understand for the life of me. Well, anytime I edit anything under a dog's chin, it puts their tongue in it. That has always baffled me. Why it does that. I'm sure there's a great reason for it. I'm just not sure what it would be. Apparently it tried to post a link. Unfortunately, the bot does not like that. It's only a 1 second timeout. Oh, did it just have a period in it without a space or something like that? Sometimes the bot freaks out about that as well. I don't know exactly what its trigger is for that. I don't know if it's just anything with a period and not a space behind it or what. I don't know. So I've had that happen myself. And other people's channels, I'll be typing a sentence or something and I'll start a new sentence and I'll just forget to put a space and it'll say, oh, you tried to post a link. No, I didn't. I'm not learning how to type. Like I said, I've done it many a times myself where I would type something and I was like, wow, that was not a link. But it didn't know any better. So, I don't know, whatever. I guess it's the lesser of two evils. That's also why it only times out for a second. Because 9 times out of 10, it's an innocent mistake. And brighten the eyes up a bit. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm working on it. Well, maybe I'll luck out for the moment. I need to go let them back in. It's too hot outside for them to sit out there too long, so I'll just leave this screen here. Bear with me just a second. Alright. Yeah, it's just too warm out there to leave them out for too long. That is not what I had in mind. Better. Let's see, and that was all of Carrie. And we have Bessie. Throw a bunch more frames down the drain there. This is probably going to be ugly. We're going to try it this way first. Not too terribly bad. Again, most of this we're just faking it enough to not draw attention. If we do that, then mission accomplished. touch. I always like the light in the eyes if I can do it and not look strange, because they'll typically grab a person's attention first. So glad I could finally catch a stream of great cause, some chill tunes, and your soothing voice. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it can be really popular some Sundays, and some days it's just kind of slow. But you know, people have lives and things going on, and I understand. But I have to do this anyway, so I say have to. I guess I don't have to, but I do this anyway, so. There's nothing wrong with just streaming it and sharing it with everybody else, and helps me get the word out a little bit. I'm not liking this area. But yeah, most of the streams that I have, pretty chill. It's kind of my thing. I'm getting too old to keep up with those youngsters anymore, I'll tell you. But it's usually pretty relaxed. And we talk about a lot of this and that or whatever. Just whatever people want to talk about. Well, he has a very funky hair in his eyeball. Like a really long eyebrow. Yeah, my Sunday streams will always be the same thing as long as I'm doing dog photographs anyway. My other schedule, though, is probably going to change. Right now it's Mondays and Tuesdays at noon. Mondays is variety, whatever. And Tuesdays we usually play a game called Elite Dangerous. But that schedule is probably going to change here in the near future. I have a couple of new things coming up, and thinking about doing more art related stuff. I've been a creative person, well, my whole life really. And there's other things I enjoy doing. I just haven't really streamed it or anything. I do draw, but it's usually still life and things like that. Digital oil painting, that's fun. I really enjoy that. It's very peaceful too. You do art as well? Yeah, it just depends. Some of it I haven't done for ages. Like I haven't picked up a pencil and drawn something in 6-7 years probably. But I have done some digital oil paints a while. It's been a little while now. It's probably been almost a year ago now. Last time I did one of my daughter. And I was doing it just to try it because I'd never tried it. Because I have painted, I never painted with oil paints, but I have painted watercolors and things like that, and colored pencils. And oil painting is something I always wanted to kind of dabble with. But I just never really got into it. And then I seen something where somebody was showing digital oil painting. And I was like, wow, that looks kind of cool. And it's kind of the equivalent of paint by number, sort of, kind of. but it's harder than that, but not as hard as you might think. So, but yeah, I'm gonna hopefully be doing that on stream here. Hopefully this week. I've picked out several pictures, people and animals and cats, to do to oil paint. And I say oil paint again, it's digital oil painting, but it uses a lot of the concepts from like oil paint, the way the medium mixes and spreads. And I think that's good. We've got dogs and people and cats, and I think there might even be one with people and dogs. And there's some of my photography work that I've done in the past. And I will make sure you remind me in case I forget. I'm bad about that. I'll show you some cat photos that I've taken as well, if you're interested in that. I'll find what the last picture is here. I think this is it. But I was I still kind of do it, but I do it in a different capacity. Now, I'm a creative director by trade. A bachelor's in interactive media design. Been in marketing and advertising for many years. Some graphic design, graphic arts, web design, crap like that. I don't really have a favorite. I like to keep it fresh. Change things up. A little bit of writing. Not much. A little bit. Orange flower on her back. Yeah, I know. We're wanting food now. Because I hadn't fed him yet. Figured maybe Mom would get up and feed him. Very cool. I hope I can join in. I love art, though I couldn't draw a stick figure to save my life. You are very wrong with that statement. And if I get to doing those streams, I'll prove you're wrong. I'll have you drawing caricatures before you know it. Everybody can draw. I mean, we're all not going to be a Michelangelo or a Picasso, but I'm of course not talking that. I mean, just in general. Doing little cartoon characters or something. Anybody can do that. Which is kind of funny. Because up until around we're 12 years old, we believe we can pretty much draw anything. Right about that age is when we start telling ourselves we can't. And it's just an unfounded limitation that we put on ourselves, and so we don't do it. And we people do that a lot about many things. I can't do this, I can't do that. We'd be surprised what we can do. Doesn't mean we'll be the greatest at it by any means, but yeah, I'll definitely post that on my Twitter before I do it. So if you are interested in that and you're not following me on Twitter, I would recommend that. And then you'll have a heads up when I'll be doing that. It'll probably be in the evening and during the week, is what I'm thinking at the moment. The downside is we probably won't get transcoding for it, but that's when most people are around. So yeah, you can always follow me on Twitter if I can remember what the command is. There it is. Welcome to follow me over there. I don't like post a ton of crap on it. It's not like, oh my gosh, you post 20 things a day. I don't. once or twice a week, maybe. If I don't think it's important, I don't post. It's that simple. But if I'm going to be late or something new's coming, I'll usually put it there. Or if for some reason I'm not going to stream for, like I almost didn't today just because I still don't feel very good. But gotta get the puppy pictures done. Either way, so sick or not, they have to get done. So we probably won't stream super long today, unless, I don't know, we may stream some more this evening. I don't know, maybe we'll do some art this evening. I don't know what we're gonna do. Said I've been wanting to do that all week. I just haven't felt very good. And it makes it hard when you don't feel good to stay positive and keep people entertained. That was a fruit fly or a gnat. Right there. See it? Check that out. It's a gnat. That's how crazy that... And this dog is probably a good 8 to 10 feet away from me. And there's a gnat. You can even see its wings. Yeah, I have Twitter for info only, not posting things. Yeah, I never do either. I mean, like I said, except for my stream stuff. And I may, you know, keep up with a few people over there, a few other streamers or whatnot, or companies that usually tweet their support stuff out or something over there. But I don't use it. It's not really my thing. I don't even really use Facebook anymore, honestly. I have, we have a Facebook for the stream as well. There's not a lot on it. But I just wanted to make sure that people could follow me around on the social media that they preferred. Add up a little more. Love that. Beautiful. Love the light too. Really nice light. Now that's overcast light there, but it's not flat. So we got some bounce light, I'm sure off there's a building to the left and there's a shed behind. So some of that was bounce light. Ended up being really nice. You know what though, I just noticed. On that picture, that was his tail behind. A piece of foam fell off the back of my wall. One of those sticky things that stuck up there. His tail was behind the leash, and I didn't finish fixing it. So I need to do that real quick. How do we want to do it? So we'll try it this way. Yeah, that works. Alright, now we have this headshot. Throw a bunch of frames out of the window real quick. Alright, same deal. Leash in front of the tail. Now, it'd be a lot easier on myself if I didn't edit out leashes. It really would. But I don't like the leashes. I just don't like them. Yeah, he's a doll. I think the dogs seem much more approachable and friendly and nice and fun when they don't have the leashes on. And most of them would stay right there. It's just because of the limited space that we have to work with and the odd places they can get into. If we tried to do that, that looks terrible. The dogs would just we'd never get the picture because they'd be everywhere. I don't like any of that at all, really. You know what? I got half a notion to take the whole damn thing out. I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. Another fly, gnat, whatever. Yeah, I just like that better than having that tail streak back there because it was a little weirdly placed. I think that works. And one more of him. Yep. Sitting down. And I gotta stop smacking my microphone. I think we can cheat that a little. Need to add more songs to this playlist. I think there's only about 20 on it right now. I don't know. It probably doesn't even matter that much. I go to so many streams and people are playing copyright music left and right. Being a person from the creative field, though, I mean, it's a little bit of a pet peeve, but I license everything you're hearing and seeing. I either own or have license to. Yeah, I know, Grace. You still want to eat. I guess Mom hasn't got up yet. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut out here for a second again. I need to feed them. Apparently, my wife is still snoozing. And she hasn't been feeling good either because of her allergies and stuff, so I get it. Next, we're gonna get Jacob. Get another picture open here. What is the music you are listening to? It's just random tracks. It's Monster Cat stuff. It usually says when they come up, it'll say the title on the top left and the title and the author. But yeah, it's all Monster Cat stuff. For the moment. I've got stuff by Justin Durbin from Edge Music, but he does stuff for such big names that a lot of his, I mean, I have written permission from him to use all of his stuff. But he sub-licenses so much of his stuff out to major companies that YouTube flags the crap out of it all the time. And I'm not going to bug the man to go give me releases for every YouTube video I post, so I haven't been using it. I probably should or could. I love his music, I always have. Yeah, they're just a music service, mostly for streamers. But in my opinion, they don't have the biggest selection, honestly. Like, I've probably been through a couple hundred tracks and categories just to get this list of like 20 that I thought were decent. Some are just not so hot. But I'm gonna step away here for a minute and feed the puppies. Because, you know, they're always starving to death. So I'm just going to leave it on this screen. But give me a second here. I'll be right back. No copyright. Lo-fi hip-hop is also pretty chill too. Yeah, I didn't really have a genre in mind when I found this music. It was just kind of what came up for chill stuff. So. For what they had. So it's kind of what I use. I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff I'd really like to use. But getting the copyrights for them is a whole nother story. Again, maybe something I shouldn't worry myself with, but to me as a creative, I don't like it people using my stuff without permission. It's actually pretty good the way it is. Lighten the eyes up a little bit. Oh, so cute. Yeah, he was definitely a puppy. Didn't he? Actually, I think this one's a she. I think the other one was. No, this is the he. Yeah, this is oh, I can't remember his name now. It's Juliet's brother. Needs some serious leash training. Did not like the leash one bit. And they should be start leash training puppies at like just a couple months old, if that. And these dogs, I think, were 4 or 5 months old. And you put a leash on them at first, you thought you was killing them. But there's some people like that too. They're like, well, I don't believe in leashes. And I just don't know what to tell those people. We have a neighbor that has 2 small dogs. And they let them out all the time without leashes. And I can't tell you how many times I've almost hit those dogs driving down the road. And I don't drive fast. It's a rock road with potholes all over it. It's not like you can drive fast. They just run out and want to bark at the cars. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. If I hit one of those dogs, I'm gonna come unglued on you for allowing them to come out the road like that. It's very irresponsible in my opinion. Or fence your damn yard. Drives me nuts. Some of the things people do. And if you're out in the country and you got plenty of room for them to run and you don't have a busy road next to you, you know, I get it. I still don't really agree with it. They should still be contained by some means or another. But I can see that. But it's not exactly the suburbs, but it's not country either. It's very dangerous for the animals. And the people think they're being good to the dogs when they do that. Nope. to Jacob was that one's name. That puppy. Juliet was his sister. And this next one was May. Thankfully, I have a fenced yard, so my Daisy May's free to roam. Yep, that's the best way to do it. Just have a good fenced yard. I have my whole backyard's fenced. I don't know, it's probably about a 1/4 acre fenced in, 6-foot fence, privacy fence. And dogs can run all they want. Trying to fix that window, it's behaving strangely. Jackson has gotten to this habit where he wants to go outside, pee, come in, eat, then go back outside and poop. That's been like his thing lately. And I don't know what is up with that or what started that. But that's annoying. I don't know. He thinks he needs to make 2 trips to do it. Picture. I really don't. It's not at all flattering. The light is very ugly. But it'll serve its purpose, I presume. Sticking the tongue out. Cutie. Yeah, I was looking at those cameras for my Mexico trip later this year. Because it would be nice to have a nice, either nice point and shoot or something like that, that would preferably shoot RAW, and that was durable, waterproof, so when we go do our stuff. And something that would kind of do pretty good video, because my Nikon, it's what I used for the video here, but for talking heads and things when it's sitting on a tripod, sure, it's great, but that's about all it does. Beyond that, you'd have a hell of a time doing much with it. And I was looking at, there's the Olympus GH6, I think, is one that's kind of the highest recommended point and shoot. But it has some issues. And it's still $400 almost. Which is about what it would cost me to rent a waterproof case for my DSLR. Which is why I went and looked at them in the first place, because when I looked at the waterproof cases, I was like, holy cow, that's expensive to rent. What does it cost to just buy a cheap camera? And I looked at that for a bit, and I wasn't totally convinced about that. I don't know. So then, like I was mentioning earlier, I've been looking at them for a while, actually, for many reasons, but might just get a GoPro and be done with it. Doesn't do the greatest still photography, but do video. I mean, I'm still going to be taking my big camera, but I won't be running around the beach with it. Too damn much money. To be running around in the muck. Also, just because I was looking at cameras, I looked at the A7 III, A7R3, and the GH5 again, because I do want to replace this camera with one of those two, because this is my photography camera. It's my Nikon. It's meant for portrait photography and stills, and it does it, in my opinion, one of the best cameras you can buy with your money for doing it. But everything else, And I hate having to tear it down all the time when I do my photo work and then use it for video camera. So I need to get one of those two. Probably the GH5 in all honesty. I think it's, in the long run, is the better of the two. It's only got the micro four thirds sensor, where the Sony's a full frame. But I don't really know that big of a deal for me. I do have a Canon. Thought it was sitting right here, but I guess it's not. It's probably sitting in the other room. I was gonna look and see. I don't know what it did. I'm sure it doesn't do 60 frames because I shoot this at 1080 60 frames per second on that Nikon, and I'm pretty sure that Canon will not pull the 60 frames off. It might do 1080. It's an older Canon. I think they called it the 550D or something like that when it came out. Just so I don't have to swap back and forth, and also because of the autofocus, because I run a manual focus on this video because Nikon's autofocus system for video is useless, unfortunately, at least on these. I don't know about the new mirrorless line. I've read about them a little bit, but not much more than that. I bought a Canon for my college art class a million years ago. Don't remember the model. Yeah, was it a DSLR or was it film or? Because I've had film cameras, but man, that's been a long time ago. My first DSLR, when I started doing photography more seriously as a hobby, was my Canon T2i. Film, we had processed them, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get really into photography more seriously as a hobbyist until DSLRs were just coming out in the consumer market. Shadows. I think she needed a bath really bad, but other than that, she was super cute, really sweet too. The whole border collie thing. I don't know what that long hair comes from, though. What breed? Well, I guess that would be Border Collie with the longer hair. I don't know, something else about her looks strangely familiar breed-wise. Just not sure what. She had a bad hair day. She was definitely having a bad hair day. Like I said, she needed a bath really bad. Really bad. Oh, look, another gnat. Fly or whatever it was. I think it's gnats. Quite a few out there today. I think this is the last one. I'll go through and verify that we've gotten everybody. Probably should add some contrast to that, but a little bit much. Oh, come on now. It's just a very bad lighting day overall. All I'm doing here is just adding some shape back into it, because bringing those shadows up like that kind of flattened it out quite a bit. 1x1 crop too. I'll always complain about that until they fix it. Having to do that 1x1 crop on all those pictures. Okay. Make sure we got everybody here. Calic, which is an interesting way to spell the name. Headshot, body shot, another shot. Don't care for any of them, but that's what we got. Panda, headshot, body shot, random shot. Don't like that. I think it'll be alright though. I'm not gonna mess with going back into Photoshop with it this moment. Sally, headshot, body shot, just a creative shot. And Carrie, headshot. Oh, that's awful bright. Better. And we are home. Well, welcome back, buddy. Thanks for coming back by. Headshot, body shot. Just another interesting shot. Bessie. Headshot. Body shot. Collapse that thing once already. And just an in general shot. Juliet. Best we could do for a headshot. Best we could do for a body shot. And then just a creative shot. I really love that picture. It's a very, love it. Super sharp. I like the colors. I like the lighting. Very nice. Sometimes you just get lucky. Right lighting, right position, right dog, right place. And this was Jacob. Headshot. Body shot. And just a regular shot. No problem. Was a nice afternoon. Went to some outlets about 95 miles away, mostly because they have an awesome beef jerky place. Nice. I haven't had beef jerky well, I say a long time, been about a year. A friend of mine had made some. It was pretty good. It was alright. Wasn't anything to necessarily write home about, but it was pretty good. May headshot, which I'm not a big fan of. Just a regular shot and then a body shot. Because see, in my opinion, that dog and that dog look like very different dogs. And it's mostly because of their nose and the way that they're holding their head. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. And then we had Starbright. Headshot. Body shot. And just a whatever shot. Little bit on the softer side, but pretty sharp overall. That one's really sharp. I'm running 5.6. That's what I typically shoot at when I shoot on shoot the puppies. Photograph the puppies, should I say? Shooting them sounds terrible. And that's all of them. Now I know I said, oh, let me see if I can figure out how in the world to get back there. What did I put that under? Not web chat. Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. I don't have everything on here though. Let's see. I haven't messed with this one because I don't really use it that much, but this is the just the desktop capture, which is how I used to capture Photoshop in Lightroom, which I'm probably going to go back to because that, not using GPU acceleration on that, just wrecks my frame rate. Don't have any puppies with us, so we can kill that. Let me see here. I had a folder. What did I do with it, though, is the question. Yeah, so some of the cat work, I told you guys I'd show you cats that I photographed. Now this is studio stuff, and these are some of those pictures I pulled out for doing the digital oil paintings on. Sorry, wife got up. I just want to make sure she wasn't going to feed them again. Yeah, some of the cats, and we have more cats. This is the only ones I have in this folder, but I do have some more. And I also have people that will be doing, my wife here, and you know, some of the guys that I've taken photographs of. He's a local musician. He's an actor. This guy just models. He likes modeling part-time. Helped him get some of his portfolio stuff together. Beautiful McKinley Hill. A prom dress. Valentine's Day. Kate Moon. Another model. And apparently, somebody has showed up at the door. That's another one I think is going to be like a great oil painting. I think that would be really nice. 50s vibe, noirish. But I've got several photographs picked out to do oil paintings on. And again, this is my photography, and I do have releases from all of these people to use this stuff. So, but as far as the animals go, I didn't really pull dogs out yet. I just kind of started working on a list. Oh, well, thank you. And I don't know if I'd go quite that far, but I try to hold my own with it. There was more cats, though. I wanted to show you more cats. Exports. I don't remember which of these. Yeah, none of those are the edited ones. I have an edited version of this one that I think will make a great oil painting as well. And these are shelter cats. This is in the cattery at the shelter. And there's a ton of them in here. It's just... We was just kind of playing around, taking pictures of the cats because they wanted a few to put on one of their sites. So this was just in the cattery, photographing the kitties that were there. I like that one too. That's a really good picture. We had more studio cats as well. I'm just not sure where they are at the moment. Lee, this is one of my favorite. It's actually, he's the ones on my desktop here. This is Lee. He's a shelter animal. I did something called the Rescue Collection, which over the course of a year photographed About 18 animals in a studio environment, black and white, low-key color. I say low-key color, low-key light. They were black and whites. And I put those together, and the animal shelter had them printed out in 24 by 36, in 24 by 36 black matte foam core. And they are hanging all over their brand new shelter facility. And they just look beautiful on the walls there. And the really awesome thing about it was that all those animals were from that shelter. So they really glowed about that. I was looking for some more here, but that's my photography style is low key. Low light, low key, typically a flair for the dramatic. Something thematic, or because to me a good photograph is more than just the photograph. It's about the story that it can tell. And I also like leaving them open to interpretation so that they can mean different things to different people, just depending on you, the viewer. Oh, somebody's getting yelled at. Nick Jackson. I have so many photographs. I was just trying to find something else I might be able to kind of show you for reference. This is another one of McKinley Hill. This was kind of during the Valentine's Day thing, but as again with the moody, each person can kind of interpret the image into what they think it might be happening or going on, or it should be considerably bigger than that. I don't know why it's not showing up bigger. Trying to get them to fill the screen better. Not exactly an optimum way to show photographs, but try to do something here to make them look a little better anyway. Oh, knock it off. Windows being silly. There we go. That's a little better. Until we get one that's a different aspect ratio. One of Anna here. Not the biggest fan of that one, but it's something different. Anna loves 70s stuff too. We did a couple pictures. The whole 70s garb. She was a big fan of that. And she was a theater major in her younger days. But yeah, this is my style here. It's the low key, really dramatic, velvety black and whites. That's my bag. That's what I love doing. Seeing what else I might have in here. I'm still looking for more cats. I just haven't ran across them yet. But yeah, these are some of the photographs I plan on doing the digital oil paints of. Just because I think it would be fun. And if someone else is interested in it, or you have Photoshop and you want to play along, do that too. And you can do it with any photo. It doesn't even have to be a great quality photograph because you're going to be painting it anyway. So. There's a lot of the different puppy stuff. This is like a montage. I think I use this for slideshow. These two dogs, I don't remember their names, unfortunately. I photographed so many animals. But these two dogs belong to the director of the animal shelter. One of them is blind in one eye. Well, actually, his entire eye is missing. But she wanted photographs of her baby, so she brought them up and we did some pictures, and she had some printed out, and they were really beautiful pictures. And Nick Jonas is another studio shot. This is just a shelter animal for one of his campaigns that we did. Billie Jean, she was designer Sharpay. She also came through the shelter. She wasn't there very long though. Maybe not even quite a month. And she went out to rescue. But she was so pretty. And a lot of fun too. Chispa, another rescue. And this is more my style. This is the low-key stuff. You know, it doesn't work. This doesn't work super well in a lot of the advertising marketing campaigns, but I do it because this is my art. This is what I do. This is more of the marketing, what we do for the marketing style stuff. Couple outdoor shots. Beautiful blue eye. This next dog, Swift, I think her name was. You would swear this is either highly edited or even a cartoon of some kind. I promise you, I took this picture and I looked at it and I was like, that is nuts. Just her eyes and the way her face is shaped and the way her ears lay back. It's such a crazy look. It's like I thought it was like drawn or something. I was like, what the heck happened to that picture? It was just very interesting. Very curious looking. More puppies outdoors. That's our Gracie. It's her there. She's a Blackmouth Cur Great Dane mix. She's also a rescue. She's about she's a little bigger than half the size of Jackson. You can't really tell how tall she is there, but her head's probably waist height or a little higher. And that's Cage. He's also a rescue. We've had him he's going on 15, I think, 15 or 16. And I've had him since he was a puppy. And Gracie here, we've had her now 3 years, I think. 2 years. Yeah, been about 2 years. Puppies from the shelter. And this is Jackson. He's our newest addition. He's full-blooded Great Dane. He's the one that was in the picture here a while ago. And which, by the way, if you haven't heard, our 3-month subscriber emote is a picture of Jackson. An icon of him. Super cute, too. Cat one, which we've already shown. This is the one that I was referring to as make a good painting. This was Lee. He was adopted out. He was also a rescue. He was adopted out to a local firefighter. Super sweet dog. Another one of Lee. That's the one, the same one. It's on my desktop. Again, this is my art. That's marketing. This is my art. This is what I like. Again, these are more my art. You can use these in marketing kind of as well. It just depends on what kind of campaigning you're doing. But his puppy, this was Neville. It was one of 2 puppies, both rescue dogs that came into the shelter. Needed pictures. That's a full light version of him. And this is Ron here. And this reminded me of the old RCA puppy. If you guys remember that being around. That's what it really reminded me of. And we had a couple horse pictures too that we can paint if we like. And then Sacagawea, another rescue dog. This is again more of my art. And I've photographed so many stinking dogs. It's been, I don't do a lot of landscape. I don't do a lot of wildlife. I do a little bit. I'm not that good at it, honestly. I take pictures of what I see around here locally, or what I might have access to locally. This is a picture off the back patio of our old home right here. It was so beautiful out there in the mornings. Like this was probably around 6 a.m. Maybe a little bit later. Man, when that sun comes up through that place, it's so beautiful. And the mist and everything. And there it is a little earlier in the day, but it was such a beautiful sunrise. Some deer we have around here. That's just right across the street from the house. There's them standing on the side of the road looking at me through the grass and coming across the street. Here's these little lizards I was telling you guys about the other day that I wasn't sure exactly what kind they are. And that's the little hole they live in outside the house, or used to. That's been last year I think I took this picture. But they're all over outside. I don't know, again, exactly what species they are. But they're pretty cool to see. A few more deer. Whitetails. This is one I took on our last vacation. I say vacation, it was only like a couple hours from here. It was over on the other side of Austin. We went and stayed for a few days with my mom and my father-in-law had come down for a while. And these deer, you could feed them out of your hand. I mean, they weren't in fences or anything, but they would come up and let you eat they would eat right out of your hand, and a lot of them would let you pet them while they ate corn and stuff out of your hand. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But that was a very cool experience. What else do I have in here? I was gonna put this picture in the two paint. I think that'd be a cute painting too. That's Neville. That's that little puppy, the one that was also in the black and white. Oh, I know why I didn't, because this is the low res version. My two paints are 300 DPI, so that if I choose to, I can print them out afterwards. I have a Canon Pro 2000 printer in the other room. The thing is a monster. It like takes a third of the room. It's huge. Another one. That's my wife there. Again, with this one's a little brighter light, but it's more about the feeling of the image. If there's anything else in here right off the top of interest. Most of my work is archived off on backup drives because it's just too big to leave on the hard drive. My old show car. Now this is a very old picture taken with a very old camera, so don't judge this on the criteria of the picture, the photograph, but this is my old show car. I used to show this in 2010, I think it was. There's my Dodge, my Challenger RT Classic. Put a lot of money into that thing. Showed it for about 3 years. And we just had other stuff come up. Ended up selling it. But that was a really fun car. It's a little big and heavy. I mean, this was a nostalgia car. You know, this is a Challenger. It was all for the nostalgia of it. It had a powerful engine in it, but the car is so damn big and heavy that it didn't feel sporty. It felt like an older car. An older hot rod is what it felt like. Which I guess is kind of the intent, but anymore, and I know a lot of people probably hate it, and I'm not the hugest fan. It's not that. It's whenever I was going through college the first time, I went for automotive technology, and I became ASE certified, and I built a 302 for a 1982 Mustang GT. that I had at the time. Took a 302 and I built it from the ground up. And I just loved the feel of that car. You put that many horsepower in a car that light, and it was just fun to drive. A GTR Skyline, nice. And so I've had a hankering to build another one. I don't know. It probably won't happen, but it's kind of the nostalgia thing for me. I've also thought about my very first vehicle was a 1976 Dodge Dart with a slant 6 in it. An engine you could not kill. And I've thought about looking for one, again, just for the whole nostalgia of it. But I got to get my garage back first. My garage is still a wreck. We downsized homes dramatically when we moved out here. And my garage is still just full of stuff. And I'm not seeing anything off the top of my head right now that I have. More Jackson stuff. But anyway, that's an idea of some of the stuff I was thinking about doing the digital oil paints of. If it's something that any of you are curious about doing, it's not that hard. It does take a little bit of practice. But it's fun. Like I said, if you've ever wanted to try painting, period, oil, acrylics, water, otherwise, it's kind of interesting because it does mimic a lot of the techniques you were using in regular painting. The difference is you don't have the mess. That's the biggest difference. And of course it does behave a little bit different, but enjoy it. But anywho, what time is it? I'm streaming about 3 hours. Yeah, I need to go get dinner made and all that. But we've gotten through all the puppy pictures today. And, again, I had planned on earlier in the week doing some of the oil painting stuff. But, man, I've just felt like crap all week. These allergies and stuff going around in the air have gotten us both kind of down and just out of energy and beat up. So I haven't really done much this week. And I've got... I should have at least another week or two before I have any of the big projects come up. So I'm hoping the next week or two I'm going to get some more streams out there, more of the art style stuff, and kind of see if people are interested in that as well. Because me, in general, I've been a creative my whole life. I haven't really done a lot of painting, but I've done drawing. I do some graphic design work. I do web design work. I do photography, and things like that. So I enjoy that whole field. Not that I'm any big expert at it, but yeah, I appreciate that, Red Eye. And it's just a matter of medicating up on some allergy medicine and chilling, kind of letting it go, run the paces. But tomorrow is our variety day, and it starts at 12 o'clock p.m. Central. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. We can either do Elite Dangerous, which I'm still out in the black there, trying to find a way around that damn arm, or we could do some art-related stuff. I mean, I don't really have a preference. It's more like up to you guys what you might like to see on the variety day. And then Tuesdays at 12 o'clock p.m. Central is our Elite Dangerous stream. I can say, however, with a pretty good chunk of certainty, that this week will probably be the last Monday stream, and we'll have to move that to a Wednesday. So it will be Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Something to that effect. That, or we have to do Tuesday night, because I have some stuff coming up. I'm not going to be available on Mondays during the day anymore. So I don't know. We'll have to play with that a little bit and see what we can do with that. But in the meantime, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and being here. Make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't. Know when we go live. If you would like to keep up with some of the stuff I do on my changing schedule, you want to let me know what you think about this, that, or the other, you get one of two ways. You can catch me on Discord. which I'm not always sitting in a channel so much, but I'm almost always around. You can always shoot me a message there if you like, or you can also follow me on Twitter. If you want to kind of keep up with updates. Like I said, I don't post to it very often, to Twitter. When I do, it's usually something worth saying. So either something's changed, or I'm doing something unique or special, or something like that. So you can follow me over there as well. I'm really interested in what feedback you guys might have and what you might like to see or do. Still kind of playing the whole thing by ear, just kind of me being me. But again, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day and visiting with us and talking about the puppies and seeing them. And thanks for your support outside of the stream as well. I know several of you have kind of advocated for the puppy streams, outside of in your own channels or just on your own time. And I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to the animals as well. Yeah, it's been fun. It has been fun. Thank you again, Badger, for hanging out. I really appreciate it. But we will definitely see you guys tomorrow at noon. It's about 6 o'clock now. I don't know if I'll pick up another stream tonight. Probably not. I really want to do... I've been anxious to do some of the digital oil painting too, though. So I don't know. We'll just have to see if we can fit it in there. But thanks again, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. And, you have a great day. Have a great week if you start your work week tomorrow. Just stay positive. And as always, stay beautiful. And we'll see you next time.